So once you've refreshed the contents of your closet, then you want to think about how you're going to put it back in there to make it as accessible as possible. And before you even start on that task, we need to have the little lecture about coat hangers. These metal coat hangers that come home from the dry cleaners have to go. They are not doing your clothes any favors. They're not supporting them. And when your clothes hang all cattywampus in the closet, they end up getting all out of shape and not looking right on you. So get rid of these.
Rid of that.
And you want to replace them with something better. Now, at the most budget-friendly end, you could do these tubular plastic ones. You can find those on sale for as little as 8 or 10 cents a piece. So it doesn't have to be a big investment. If you want to take another step up the ladder, these wider plastic ones with the swivel heads are really handy. These come in the dress version here and also in clip ones for your pants. Or lots of people now are really fond of these flocked ones because that texture holds your clothing in place. You wear things much more frequently if they're hanging and you can see them, but people often are worried about hanging a sweater, for instance, because what if the shoulders get all stretched out? Well, let me show you. This grabs right onto the fabric.
Oh, yeah, it would.
So it's not, can you see how I have to pull on it?
Yeah.
So it's not going to let it stretch out, and you can hang all your short sleeve and lightweight sweaters really, really easily on this kind of hanger. Now, if it's a bulkier sweater like the long sleeve cardigan that I have here, that's going to be a lot of weight pulling on that shoulder, so it may not hang as readily, but this is one of my very favorite closet tricks. We folded this sweater so that it's in half, center front and center back. So there are 2 sleeves on top of one another, the 2 body areas on top of one another here. Then we're going to place our coat hanger what looks like almost backwards or upside down, with the hook coming up out of that V where the side seam and the underarm seam meet. Then we're going to fold down the body of the sweater. We're going to fold down the sleeve of the sweater. Now the whole thing hangs. It's never going to stretch out of shape, but when we're hanging it in our closet, when we look down the shoulder line, it's still right there, so we don't forget we have it.
Well, that's
Is
a
that
good
not
tip.
the
I've never done
sneakiest
that.
trick? Now, once we have everything hanging and ready to return to our closet, we want to say, how am I going to organize this so I can find what I want when I want it? You want to group your garments in categories. So pants together, skirts together, blouses together. The specifics of that category system are personal. So for instance, some people might consider both of these, the blouse and the little sweater shell, to be tops and hang them in the same category. Somebody else might want to think about their sweaters separately and their blouses separately. There's not a right or wrong there. You just want to create a system and stick to it. Absolutely. And then within those categories, you want to organize things in rainbow sequence. So your dark neutrals into light neutrals, into reds, oranges, yellows, greens, blues, and purples, Roy G. Biv, just like we learned in kindergarten, and light to dark. And let me show you how the contents of Tony's closet looked after we got rid of all the things that didn't work for her and organized them in that rainbow light to dark sequence.
Well, did she have to buy most of these?
Every single piece that you are seeing here was in Tony's original closet.
It was.
She just couldn't find them. And remember that I told you that you want the contents of your closet to look like you. See how much now those contents look just like Tony? And because they're all related, she can put them together into dozens and dozens of outfits without going out and buying another piece.